welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. My name is Mia, and if you're a returning subscriber, what's good, y'all? Today's video is going to be all about my top tips to growing natural hair really fast. I am in about year 2-ish, going on 3 years of my natural hair journey. I big chopped my hair for the second time back in December of 2017, and when I big chopped, I shaved it all off. It was really short, and now as you can see, my head, I have a full head of hair. It's really thick and it's just thriving, and I get a ton of questions on what I did to grow my hair so quickly. So if you want to know those tips and how you can help grow your hair a little bit faster, definitely stick around for the rest of this video. But before we get into it, do me a favor and go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you know when new videos drop and you can join the family. I do a ton of hair content, I do some fashion content, I do a little bit of everything. So if you want to join the fam, be sure that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's just get into the rest of the video. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it because I have a lot of stuff to go through. And if you see me looking down, it's because your girl's all official. I got notes, so I came prepared for this video. Definitely because I want it to be really helpful. I want to help everyone grow their hair faster because I do know that natural hair and the natural hair journey is specific to everyone, and it can be really frustrating, especially when you feel like you're putting in all this work and you're not seeing the results right away. So I definitely feel for you guys. I just want to start by saying I have not always been this like curls popping natural hair girl. Yes, I will start by saying like genetics does play a very big role in how fast your hair will grow, and I think that maybe my family, we do have a rate of hair growth that might be a little bit faster than the average person, but I will say that proper care and maintenance can trump genetics any day, in my opinion, because when I was growing up, my hair was not as like thick and amazing and curly. My curls were not this healthy. Like I didn't even really have curls, and I'll insert pictures so you guys can see. But in middle school and high school, like I was struggling with my hair. You know, I was walking around here out here looking like a little what was it? He's a bald-headed scallywag, whatever. Not too bald-headed, don't come for me. But even if my genetics and my hair was growing at a certain rate, maybe it's growing at the same rate that it is now, my care and maintenance of my hair was trash. So I wasn't retaining anything. My hair was super short and broken off. So in my personal opinion, proper care and maintenance of your hair can trump genetics to some degree. My first official tip on how to grow your natural hair faster is definitely to have patience. Like I said in the beginning, this is a journey. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. It's going to be a lot of seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, and what works for you may not work for the next person. So you're unique. You are who you are, and your hair is a reflection of that. So these tips are to mainly to help you learn how to properly care for your hair. But again, like I said, everybody's hair journey is different, so keep that in mind. But I will say the first tip is definitely have patience. Growing hair faster, it is a journey, you know what I mean? Like it took me 2 years to grow my hair to the length that it is now, and for some people their hair grows a lot faster, some people's hair grows a lot slower. So just having patience, having faith that the work that you're going to put in is definitely going to pay off. My second tip for growing your hair faster would be for you to practice protective styling and low manipulation styles. So again, this is something that I'm sure you have heard all over the place, but honestly, us natural hair people, we really cannot stress this enough, because when you leave your hair alone, you let it grow the way it's supposed to be. The more that you're manipulating your hair, the more chances you are causing for it to break off, especially if you have really fragile ends. So like my hair, I would say it looks very thick, but the strands themselves are very fine. So the smallest thing that I do to my hair, whether I like brush it while it's dry or something random, like it's just gonna snap. So I know for me, in order to see the optimum hair growth, I have to leave my hair alone and let it do what it wants to do. My favorite ways to protective styles are to wear braids or twists. Your girl loves a good wig, okay? I have no shame. I'm not one of those natural hair people who are like all wigs, all natural all the time. Like no, because real natural hair, you know, enthusiasts know that the best way to get your natural hair healthy and strong and long is to leave it alone. There's so many different ways to protect the style now. Like, honestly, you have so many options, so switch it up. Do a little bit of everything, or if you feel more comfortable sticking to one, stick to one. But definitely the goal here is to keep your hands out of your head and let it alone. Okay, so my third tip is to establish a hair routine. So our hair likes routine, it likes consistency, and when you do the same thing over and over and over again, your hair gets used to it and it thrives and it knows exactly. You basically have to teach your hair how you want it to act. So I definitely think that you should start with a dedicated hair routine and hair regimen that you can redo every week, every 1 to 2 weeks, depending on how often you do your hair. So for me, my hair care routine, I wash or shampoo, condition, deep condition once a week. Some people may think that's a little excessive, but for my hair, it needs to be moisturized and replenished on a weekly basis. And my hair has gotten used to that. So I am definitely suggest finding what works for you, building and establishing a hair routine and sticking to it. This goes for products as well. If you're someone who's like a product junkie and you're constantly finding new products to try, that's good and all, but your hair is going to get confused. And like I said in the beginning, you really want to train your hair how exactly you really want to train your hair on how you want it to react. Whether it's with how often you wash your hair in deep condition or the products that you use, find a routine and stick to it. So the next tip is going to be seeking advice from people with similar hair texture. I can't tell you how many times I drew myself crazy very early in my hair journey by watching YouTube videos from people whose hair did not look like mine. Not to say that you can't learn anything from those videos, but again, how their hair reacts to a certain product and how my hair reacts is totally different. It's just a lot more encouraging when you can try products or do things to your hair that people whose hair texture looks like yours suggest. Watching videos from people whose hair texture doesn't look like yours is just, it's gonna make you impatient, and it's just gonna make you jealous. And the whole process of a natural hair journey is not for us to envy someone's natural texture. The whole process is for you to embrace your own texture and come to terms with exactly what it takes for you to have healthy, beautiful, thriving hair. This journey should be one of love and of patience and understanding. You really are in a full-on relationship with your hair. Like me and let's just call my puff Samantha today. Like, we really have a conversation and we talk to each other. You know, I might sound crazy in the shower, but I don't care. As I'm doing my little wash and go, I'm like, all right, girl, you need to act right, okay? Because we got places to be today. But it really is a process. And again, you know, keeping in mind that everyone's hair texture is different, you're gonna really want to seek out people who have been through the journey and whose texture is similar to yours, because they can help you be maybe a little bit more patient as you're going through the journey yourself. So that is my next tip. I don't even remember what number I'm on at this point, so we just gonna X out the numbers altogether because your girl's talking a lot and I done forgot. Okay, so my next tip is going to, I might lose a couple of y'all on here, but listen, like, hear me out, because I know what I'm talking about, okay? The next tip I have is to minimize your heat styling. Come back. I know you might have walked away, or you might have rolled your, like, don't roll your eyes, sis. Like, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Our natural hair was not meant to be super bone straight and to have experienced all this heat. Like, it was not made and designed to do that. So you have to decide what's more important for you in this moment. Is it more important for you to show that you have inches, even if they're unhealthy and your ends are broken off? Or is it more important for you to have healthy, beautiful, natural curls? Definitely when you are trying to grow your hair, minimizing your heat styling, staying away from the flat irons. If you're going to use a blow dryer, use it on medium to low setting in the cool heat. You're working really hard to keep your hair moisturized and malleable, and you want to do all these things with your hair, and I get it. Like, I've been there. This is not my first experience with the hair journey. I've big chopped when I was in college and grew my hair out all before. If you go to my Instagram, you can see, literally track my hair journey And so I've been there, I get it. Like everything you're going through, I went through it, but it's just, you gotta sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice if you want your hair to look a certain way. I know it's annoying, and I know you get tired of people saying it, but like seriously, you got to do it. So I think that if you want to have like really popping curls in their natural state, and heat styling, it just doesn't go together, sis. I'm sorry. Don't hate me, but it doesn't. Okay, so my last and final tip. This tip is not specifically it's more of a wellness tip. It's not specifically geared towards your hair, but when you implement it overall with other wellness things, it can contribute to hair growth, and that is eating a really healthy diet and eating really healthy foods. As you know, everything that we eat shows up in our body, whether it's through our skin, whether it's through our nails, whether it's through our hair. So when you focus on really eating nutritious foods and things that aid in the building blocks and the parts of our body that promotes to our hair growth, then you will start to see one, your hair is overall a lot healthier, but two, you can speed up your hair growth a little bit. So I feel like that's focusing on things like healthy fats with avocados and different oils. Like we go and do all these different things by putting oils in our hair, but it's just as important to be ingesting those oils so that they can be working from the inside out as well. So if it's avocado oil or coconut oil or olive oil, like I said, healthy fats and a balanced diet, along with things like eggs and different meats, like lean meats that are high in protein, and just having an overall healthy diet and healthy lifestyle, I definitely think aids in your hair growing a lot faster. Understand that at the end of the day, this is a journey, this is a process, and you know, you can't, it's kind of like when they say when you're working out, like you can't spot train, like you can't only focus on one muscle. Like if you're trying to lose weight, you know, like you can't spot train, you can't just get a flat stomach without, you know, doing work and exercising on other parts of your body and losing muscle and losing fat on other parts of your body. And our hair is kind of the same way. Like you can't just focus on growing your hair long without thinking and paying attention to the overall wellness of your body as a whole. So yeah, definitely make sure you're eating a really balanced diet as a part of just a regular overall wellness journey, and I think that you will start to see healthier hair, which will in turn lead to longer hair. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have a question about a certain tip that I shared or think that I left something out, definitely leave me a comment. I do respond, or at least I try to respond to every comment. So go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate everyone for supporting my channel. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Like, I don't know what is taking you so long. You stuck around this long, you might as well join the family. So just hit the subscribe button and stop playing. Yeah, okay, so that is officially the end of this video. Make sure you tune in next week. New videos drop every Friday, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.